So apparently there's a Iron Heart thing, or not a Black Iron Man or whatever is coming out or something like that. And I heard nothing about it. And apparently this was like announced months ago or something like that. And I saw a couple of videos. I didn't actually watch them, but I people were talking about it, and so I decided might as well take a look at it. Right? Can't be that bad. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care about anything that's come out at Marvel since I get since Endgame. Like after Endgame, I like stopped paying attention altogether because it's like, yeah, all the cool shit's done. That's about it. So now we're here. So I guess we'll figure out what this is. So the Critical Drinker dropped a video, so we're gonna watch that, and then after that, I'm gonna watch the actual trailer. I'm gonna put that towards the end though, because I feel like if I did it now, I just, well, it can't be right and all that. We don't want any of that now, do we? And then after that, we're gonna look at some of the comments because apparently the comments are still up. They haven't disabled comments, which is insane. But enough waffling.
School when you had to do some class presentation, only when it got to the day and the other kids started doing theirs, you realised you'd totally misunderstood the assignment and done something completely wrong, so your only option was to hide at the back of the class and just hope against hope that the teacher would forget about you and let you off the hook. Well, that's basically Ironheart for you, a TV show commissioned
It can't be that. Wait, commissioned win?
years ago when the whole let's swap out beloved legacy characters for diverse new alternatives craze was at its obnoxious peak in the MCU, based around a particularly unpopular comic book character from arguably the least successful era of Marvel Comics ever, who did nothing but ride the coattails of her far more popular male predecessor, only with none of his charm, likability, flaws, or character development. It was a show that
I'm gonna have to go and read that because there's no way. It can't be that bad, right?
basically outdated and obsolete before it was even released, lumbered with a main character that nobody liked or wanted, and the fact that the past several years have been nothing but a slow-moving train wreck for the MCU gradually eroded the fan patience and goodwill that might have allowed a show like Ironheart to scrape by. Marvel knew this all too well, and they also knew there was no way to fix or avoid the problem, so they did what we all did in that school classroom decades earlier. They went silent and tried to hide, doing their best to bury Ironheart and hope that people would eventually just forget about it and leave them alone.
You think she still got paid though, right? Like just by the end of the day, like say you did something 5 years ago and it just never came out, right? You still got paid for that, right? I'd be kind of pissed if you get all the royalties for when this comes out 5 years later, still doesn't come out. I'd be a little pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Well, it turns out you can only hide for so long when you've got hundreds of millions of dollars invested and a contractual obligation to release it sooner or later. So, over the past couple of days, the creaky old Marvel PR machine reluctantly rumbled into action once more, desperately trying to drum up some kind of enthusiasm around the show with barely a month to go before it releases. And today, we got the first official trailer. Are you ready? I'm not sure I am. No offense, man, but I'm not exactly sure that's a selling point.
I don't know. Hold on. So, hiccups, fucking hell. I don't know about y'all, but I ended up seeing that movie and it was okay. It's like I get it. I should like it, but like it was right. So I like the first one better. Killmonger seems like a better villain to me.
No offense, man, but I'm not exactly sure that's a selling point. Damn, man, she looks about as excited as I feel.
In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Must have been taco night, I guess. It's okay though, Riri's got a highly technical solution.
Screw this.
Fuck. I heard Riri Williams was a genius.
Aye, it takes a real genius
What?
to force an elevator door open.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
Pull your tongue out of my arsehole, Gary. Dogs do that. You're not a dog, are you, Gary?
I want to build something undeniable.
I hope Gary is.
Something
Important?
iconic.
What, you mean like the thing that Tony Stark already built like 20 years earlier? The gist here is that Hooded Justice, or whatever the fuck this guy's called, offers to give Riri the resources and money she needs to construct her new suit of armor, on the condition that she helps him in return. I'm sure that won't have negative consequences.
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
Okay.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
And of course, no MCU production would be complete without the patented Marvel humor.
Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
And if all of this isn't a sign of how little confidence they have in this thing, then check out these comments from the producers.
A lot of people think that she's a successor to the Iron Man legacy. But in the comic book, Riri and Tony had a friendship, and eventually she got her own identity.
The story of Ironheart is not a story about the mantle of Iron Man getting passed. If anything, it's the opposite.
You sit on a throne of lies. What? What are we talking about? Even if they had a friendship, if Tony's not doing it, and now she's doing it, it's practically a mantle pass. What are we talking about right now?
But the recurring theme here, the one thing they keep desperately trying to hammer home is that Riri Williams isn't just some cheap, lazy DEI replacement for Tony Stark. No sir, she's her own woman with her own personality, and definitely someone you should be excited to see on screen.
I don't think that's true.
Now, call me a crazy drunkard if you like, many people have, but Marvel might have avoided accusations like this if her entire character and backstory wasn't an insecure attempt to one-up Tony Stark in every possible way. Instead of a rich but deeply flawed playboy with a talent for engineering developed over decades of research who constructs an armored suit out of sheer necessity to help him escape from captivity, Riri is a genius teenage tech protege who probably taught herself how to build quantum megacomputers out of Play-Doh and old Nintendo consoles when she was still just a fetus. Because truly, if there's one thing the MCU needs more of, it's obnoxious teenage girls that are inexplicably amazing at technology.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because we didn't think of it?
I'm sure you did your best.
I'm not gonna lie, they did him wrong in like damn near everything. I thought they would have made him like a more Professor Hulk type of deal, but I kind of forgot there was after Endgame they just weren't going to do anything like that, which is very unfortunate. I feel like they should have. I would have been more attentive had they done something like that.
God damn, is that bitch on the rag or what?
Even Dominique Thorne, the actress playing Riri Williams, really wanted to cement the idea that this wasn't some lame attempt to exploit the legacy of Iron Man. In fact, according to her Trust Me Bro source, Robert Downey Jr. himself even descended from the heavens to this mortal plane to give her his blessing. As if that counts for anything, he's a fucking actor, not the God Emperor of the MCU. Anyway, Robert Downey Jr. and I spoke after we wrapped, and he shared some very lovely words about my journey. Come on! Your journey? You've literally been in one movie at this point. A movie so forgettable that most people can't even remember you were in it. That's not a journey, that's a weekend staycation in Grimsby.
I actually had no idea she was in that movie, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Told me how excited he was and that he's rooting for it too. I literally got 2 thumbs up. It's really reassuring to know that you're not embarrassing Iron Man.
I mean, probably need to go back and rewatch that movie, the fucking Black Panther movie. I didn't even realize she was in it. Then again, I don't really care much about the movie, so it makes sense.
She also couldn't help adding that Riri is just so much better and smarter and more resourceful than Tony ever was, because of course she is. She's dumpster diving, whereas Tony Stark was this bajillionaire. What she's able to accomplish is remarkable. Son of a bitch! Oh, really?
Tony Stark was
Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not replaying that same fucking clip that everyone's using to respond to this, but you do get the point here. Tony's wealth and resources counted for absolutely nothing when he was imprisoned in that cave in Afghanistan. In fact, I'd argue that he had even less resources to work with than Riri, because she had all the time in the world to design and refine her suit, whereas he was forced to cobble his together against the clock, with armed terrorists watching his every move. But hey, why let facts and reality get in the way when there's a narrative that needs spinning? Unfortunately, by waiting until the 11th hour to actually spin it, Marvel have completely lost control of the narrative around this show, and people can now see it for exactly what it is. A cheap, lazy, and pandering attempt to exploit the legacy and coolness of one of the MCU's most popular characters, born from the hubris of a different era when Marvel believed they could do no wrong, and reluctantly sharted out half a decade later into a time when they seemingly can't do anything right. A show that even the creators seem embarrassed and afraid to release, and if the trailer's anything to go by, they probably should be. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Fucking go away now.
Damn. It can't be that bad, right? No shot. No shot. It's that bad. Can't like the trailer can't be that bad. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Don't know who that is.
Hello? For real?
Wow, he really didn't screw that
3
on, did he?
minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate, die unless you break into the device on the floor.
The fuck?
Find a gas mask. Good luck.
Okay, just hypothetically speaking, what if she couldn't do it? You just killed a person, like, or, I mean, all right. I mean, obviously she's gonna do it, or else the rest of the story wouldn't happen. But okay.
Screw this.
Did you just pull? Look? I'm thinking too far into it. I want to be sure I saw that correctly. I want to be sure I saw that correctly. Okay, so that's a ground wire. If my very limited knowledge of shit is correct, that is a ground wire. And if this has electricity in it like it does, doing that would kill you. More than likely.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius.
Okay.
So you in or out? Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable. Something
Important?
iconic.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision.
That guy looks really familiar.
But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
Who is that guy? That guy seems so familiar. I feel like I've seen him somewhere.
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot. You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that.
This is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of seeing the Marvel humor. If this was like a movie, I'd probably potentially think about maybe watching it. But if it's a show, I don't want to bother with it. They're like hour-long episodes nowadays, and I'm just not trying to do all that shit. That sounds boring as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, but see, they still have the comments up. Pro tip: keep your expectations low so you won't be disappointed. Fair enough. I thought that, yeah, I want to create something iconic. The Iron Man suit already exists. There's like a shit ton of different versions of them, but fair enough. Black character appears on screen. The music, it's rapping time. Dude, it was like that in fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows, which kind of blew me the fuck away. Why? Why was it? Whatever. As an electrician, I too use my teeth to... yeah, see, like, you would die. You would die. But, you know, hey, fair enough, whatever. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps. Scientist with years of knowledge. Sorry, I'm not Tony Stark. Teenager. Actually, it's barely an inconvenience. Fair enough. the bravest thing about the show is it's actually being released. It can't. I don't know. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's gonna be that bad. It's like, it can't be that bad. All right. Hey, look, it's a Critical Drinkers video, like right here. Huh. Well, I mean, fair enough. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, that's you can tell the character is truly smart when you were told directly by the show that the character is smart. Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, yeah, I'm probably not gonna take a look at this. I'll just let it come out and have someone else do it, because there you go, they get paid for it. I'm not gonna buy Disney Plus just to watch a thing that looks kind of fucking mid. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, y'all, be easy.